Hi everybody, I'm Sister Jenny and my company is Sister Jenny Gentle Touch. We are a manufacturing company and I'm an inventor and professional nurse, entrepreneur, as well as an EMPRETEC. I've actually been recognized as one of the leading inventors in the world for natural products. And my very special product, which I have been making for the last 28 years, we have just won the Unsung Hero in Health for my unique innovation, which actually heals burns and wounds in skin condition. I was very privileged to attend the EMPRETEC course in Pretoria, South Africa, together with UNCTAD in 2011. And there I learned the most outstanding entrepreneurial competency, which has helped me to survive during COVID. And this is risk-taking and taking calculated risks. Now, the reason why this helped me to survive during COVID, because we manufacture creams that help wounds and burns, I identified that there was going to be a lockdown because I took a calculated risk of what I should do in case of an emergency. And that was a technique I learned. It was a kind of an exercise we did at EMPRETEC called Lost in the Desert, where we were trained what to do when you have no tools. What would you take in an absolute emergency to keep your business going? So I was actually in hospital at the time of the lockdown, actually just before. And while I was lying there, I identified there was going to be a lockdown. So like a true EMPRETEC, I notified my staff to each take home a laptop, a smart cell phone with WhatsApp, and make sure they had data, as well as make sure they had all the tools necessary to be able to operate from home. Now, this was because of that wonderful thing we had learned, and it was really something that made a huge difference. I then notified the courier service that we were an essential service provider, and we immediately had to register on the essential service provider database. I also had to notify my clients, because at that stage, remember this is level 5 lockdown, no one was even allowed to do e-commerce online. So I had to change my business model and my advertising and marketing strategy, which I had to implement very speedily and very efficiently, and make sure that my customers were aware that we were still operating, make sure that my suppliers knew we were still operating, and most important, notify Takealot, because they are very similar to Amazon, and they needed to know that they were still able to sell our products online. And that helped us tremendously. Now, this whole thing was so special because doctors were not actually allowed to operate, because especially plastic surgeons, all operations were put on hold because it was very dangerous to operate on anybody unless it was a life-threatening emergency. And the hospitals did not want to take any patients. So the doctors started to buy our products because they could use our products instead of doing plastic surgery. And this made a huge difference. Risk-taking was not the only entrepreneurial competency that I implemented during the lockdown and this COVID-19 period. It's been extremely difficult. And I've had to use numerous entrepreneurial competencies, which literally has given me the courage to survive. But not only now, over the years, I've had so many different problems, and literally EMPRETEC has kept me going, because whenever there's been a serious problem, I've used passion, determination, courage, networking, opportunities. I've just used all the tools that we learned at EMPRETEC to make sure that I would not give up. I just refused to give up. And having EMPRETEC tools to hold my hand has literally kept me in business, has helped me to win numerous awards. And I must share with you that when I made my speech in December, a month ago, where I won the Unsung Hero in Health, I made a specific point to thank EMPRETEC in my speech. And right now, I'd like to personally thank you for all the wonderful things that you have done to literally change my life. And I thank you most sincerely, EMPRETEC. God bless you and thank you.